So if you like old school tractors, we got something for you. So first up is Metal Garage. This is by ICAS, 6.44 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, on the sheds. Now, it's going to cost you 60 grand. I've got a couple of optimization, well, customization even, options to be getting on with. We can put some solar panels on the roof, and then we can also change the colour to, well, let's face it, whatever you like. It's going to do those bits. Now, once you've got it all placed down, come over here. So we've got this little side door. We'll open up that door like that. There we are. Then once you're inside, plenty of space on the go. So you've got your doors that open up like that. So that's that 3, 4, and then the 5th one there. We'll spin it back round. I mean, it's a big space. I must admit. I mean, the doors, but yeah, probably going to get most things in. And if you are got to make it a little bit wider, just use the end one there. All right, fair enough. Now, just to make things a little bit difficult, this is Metal Garage by ICAS, 4.79 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find this one on the sheds as well. So we've got this one, and we've got the last one, both called Metal Garage, both by ICAS, and both on the sheds, and both costing 60 grand. All right, it is what it is. Now, you do have the customization options on this one as well, so you can change the colour. Well, let's face it, like the previous one, to anything you like. But obviously, this one's a little bit of a different design. So we'll come over here, and we've got this door. We'll open up there like that. Once that's open, again, inside, there we are. Plenty of space. You've got these doors that open up like that. There we are, do that one. And then that one. We've got another little side door just here. Opens, and we've got this door that opens as well. And then we've got these bits over here. Say these bits, these doors. So open up that one, and you got a big long drive-through option. So we've got how many bays? 3 bays. Oh, missed the middle one. 3 bays at the front, and then we got the side bay. Yeah, that's going to be your drive-through option. So if you've got like a semi-trailer tractor combo, or even like a really long header trailer, go down side. All right, fair enough. And next up is Cafe. This is by the Lade, 27.97 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under productions. Now, we've got 2 versions here. So first off is what we've got here, 26 grand. Obviously, it's going to be a combo. A bit of a dairy and a bakery altogether. And then you've got one without the decorations. So without the hedges, without the potted plants around the back. Now, they both work the same, so fair enough. We've gone for the one with a bit of decoration. And to be fair, it looks all right. So we'll come down this side. We've got our production chain just here. So it's going to do your bread. Well, both types of bread, butter, both types of cake, cheese, and chocolate. And obviously, you're going to need to put those ingredients in to get those ingredients out. So standard base game stuff. So once you've got your pallets done, they're going to appear here. Can we pick them up? Yes, we can. Job's a good one. Obviously, I've got the liftable pallets mod on, so carry on anyway. Now, here's your loading in point. Now, I will say, I brought a trailer down with some flour on, and it didn't take it off of the trailer. I had to put it in by hand. So just bear that in mind. Yeah, you are going to have to do a little bit of handballing stuff, because I think the trigger is right on the floor. But apart from that, I mean, it's looking good. I mean, you've got some tables out the front, ready for an afternoon snack. Oh, very nice. And next up is the Bressel and Lade Gripperbucket SL50. This is by Rick Black Label TWD Modding, 5.3 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under front loader tools. Now, it's got a 1900 litre capacity. It's going to cost you 2,400. The only option is to change the main colour. So let's do the usual, because why not? I mean, this is going to take all your loose stuff. I mean, and you could potentially, with the old claws that come down, you could pick up some logs if you wanted to. You know, do things a little bit differently. All right, fair enough. Right, next up is Bale trailer. This is by QWERTY, PO and Patologia. 3.43 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under Bale Transport. Now, it's going to cost you 5 grand, which is nice and cheap. You do have the option of barriers, 1, 2, or 1. So got rounded edges or the square edges. You then got your main colour, which is obviously going to be your main colour. The design colour is going to be the actual deck of it all. There we are. And then your rim colour is obviously going to be your rims. All right, fairly simple Bale trailer. I mean, obviously, it's only going to cost you 5 grand, so that's nice and cheap, that is. And now we get into the old school stuff. So first up, we got the International Farmall H. This is by EY Modding, 9.58 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under small tractors. Now, it's got a 26 horsepower engine, and it's got a 15 mile an hour top speed. That's a breakneck speed, I must admit. 12 grand to buy. You can change the engine, and it goes up to 30 horsepower with the Farmall Super H. All right, fair enough. We're back to the original. You got your wheel setups, you got your standards, your wheel weights, rear twins, and then back to standard on there. Mud guards, yes or no. Just going to put them around the back like that. Then your attachers, so you've got standard, which is a trailer hitch. You then got 3-point, and then back to standard. Now, obviously, this is looking good, I must admit. I mean, once you get in, have a little listen. Start it up. Oh dear. I mean, to be fair, it's not the loudest of tractors I've seen. Like the little start-up, you've got the little, get it going, little bit of a chug on the go. Oh, that's ace. The next mod is also old school and also from EY Modding. This is the John Deere A, 7.88 megabyte on the download, and again, under small tractors. It's got a 34 horsepower engine, and it's going to run at even less. No, what's the other one? Was the other one 12 or 15 mile an hour? Well, this is going to run at 13 mile an hour anyway. It's only going to cost you 12 grand, which is not bad at all. Do you have the option of BKT, Michelin, and then back to BKT on the tyres? You got your wide axle. All right, fair enough. Wheel weights 2, rear twins, and then back to standard attachers. So you've got a front attachers. You can put a trailer hitch on the front if you wanted to. You got a 3-point round the back, and then you can have both, or then back to the original, which is just a trailer hitch. Now, just like the other one, this has got a nice little startup. We'll zoom right in. Let's have a little listen. I mean, to be fair, I think they're the same startup sound, because they're from the same model, but to be fair, that sounds ace. I mean, old school John Deere, rocking it out. Let's go park it next to this one as well. Why not? Right, next up is the Zetor 3011 Major. This is by Wisnia Games 239, 41.27 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under small tractors. Now, it's got a 35 horsepower engine, 15 mile an hour top speed, and a 15 grand price tag if you don't have the optional extras on. Let's have a look. There we are. Steering wheel. It's all 4 grand. So it's 19 grand to start with. You can't even change that. All right, fair enough. So you do have the option of the cabin. So it comes open. You then got a hood. We've got the standard, which is a full cabin. We then got a bit of protection. So you're going to do a bit of old school forestry, maybe. 3511. And then you got back to the original. Now, obviously, depending on which one you go for, there's going to be a couple of options as you get out into the field. But we're going to come back to that in a minute. So you got your engine set up. Now, this is interesting. So we've got 35 horsepower and a 35 horsepower and a 35 horsepower. Because whichever one you go for, they're all 35 horsepower. But okay, fair enough. Wheel brands, you got Zetor, Zetor 2, Lizard, Lizard 2, Lizard 3. And then back to Zetor. I mean, I've got a couple of different versions on the go. You got some narrow tyres. The design of the wheels change a little. All right, fair enough. Exhaust pipes. You've got original with spark arrestor. The old version. Back to the new one. And then back to the original. Then you've got hook. Top. This is around the back. So you can have the top hook on the old trailer. You then got the bottom hook. You can have both or back to the original. Then you've got axle soft or rigid. I'm not quite sure what that does, to be fair, because it doesn't seem to be on the front. Oh, it is. There we are. So we've got a little bit of extra suspension on the go there. All right, fair enough. That is ace. Then you've got mud guards, so you've got with or without on the front. Then you've got the lamps, so you've got old 1, old 2, new 1, new 2, and then back to the original old. You've got extras, so you've got a warning triangle around the back. You then got mud flaps around the back, and then both of them or nothing. You then got weights, so you got without, or you can have number 1. Now these are right in, right by the front axle. So number 1, number 2, number 3, and then number 4, and then nothing. Then come down, we've got steering wheel, so you can have the original one that comes on it. We can have version 2 or the original. Pick whichever one you want. They're both going to cost you £4,000. You then got your main colour, which is obviously going to be your main colour. So let's do that. You then got your design colour, which is going to be the rest of it. All right, fair enough. The grill colour, we'll go over purple. It's going to do the grill. The rim colour is obviously going to be your rims. Right, here we go. So we've got it out in the open, and this has got a great startup sound. Oh, that's just awesome. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, it's a little bit loud. Well, it's a lot louder than the previous two we've seen. But all right, fair enough. An old clackety old tractor, that's ace. But what you can also do this, if you do L, B, and A, unfold it. Oh, look at that. That is awesome. I mean, that's got to probably be the biggest opening so we can see the engine type. I mean, you've got the alternator spinning around and everything. That is brilliant. And next up is the Farmall 1206. This is by EY Modding, 15.06 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under small tractors. Now, this has got a 95 horsepower engine, 19 mile an hour top speed, and a 30 grand price tag. You can then change the engine output, so up to 300. Wow, it's gone from 95 to 300. It's like tripling. That's ace. I mean, it adds 100 grand to the price tag. Wow, but all right, fair enough. Then you got your wheel setups, you got standard, rear twins again, tricycle, and then back to rear twins on your tricycle, rear twins again, and then back to your standard. You can then have the cab, you have a rollover hoop, a canopy, a full cab, or nothing. Then you got exhaust, you got standard, chrome pipe, or standard. Front weight is going to be yes or no. That being said, how much does that add? Where's the weight? So 4.5 without, 4.8 with, so 300 kilo front weight. And you got the front loader attacher, so you've got quickie, Hauer, and then nothing. I mean, to be fair, 100 grand for that engine upgrade, but it takes it to 300 horsepower. I mean, that's going to sort out your old school roleplay, no problem. Well, next up is the Massey Ferguson 4000 series. This is by EY Modding, 16.74 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it under large tractors. Now, this has got a 225 horsepower engine, 18 mile an hour top speed, and 140 grand price tag. You can then change the engine output up to 265, then 320, then 375, and then back to 225. So 375 is the largest engine. You then got your Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Continental, Vredestein, Mitas, and then back to Trelleborg. Now there is, let me scroll through, I got some twins on it. Oh, indeed. Now you've got design on fenders. These are going to be round the back. So there we are. Spin it back round. Does those bits there. Exhaust type. So you've got number 1, number 2, number 3, and then back to number 1. That attaches round the back again. So you've got your standard tow bar, you got your 3-point, or your tow bar. I mean, to be fair, that is looking good. I mean, every tractor we've had today, old school vibes, definitely, and they're all looking good. And this is right up there with them. Well, now, last mod for the day is the Map Settlers. This is by Setka Simulation, 275.5 megabyte on the download, and yes, this looks very familiar because it's based on the original Hootam Pantai map, but it's got a few changes. One of those in particular is going to be, let's face it, it's made for multiplayer. There's quite a few different, I'm going to say start farms in inverted commas. Yeah, if you come on here multiplayer, you can definitely have your own area. Now, on New Farmer, you're going to use 1,659 slots. And obviously, on New Farmer, if you're playing single player anyway, you're going to start off with a lot more land than we did have on the standard map. So we've got field 27. Yeah, we had that. You've also got field 29, which we didn't have. 13, 31, 33, 28, 32. And we've got these animal pens here as well, which is interesting. Interesting indeed. Now, I will say this, right? So you've got area 27. That does include that bit over there as well. All right, fair enough. Now, obviously, we have the original start farm with a little bit different. So you've got your line buy point, so just there for you. Then you've got your hay loft, so taking out point just there. You then got your loading in point just there. Well, this is interesting because the 8 other farms, you could potentially play on them on single player, but you do need to buy the land for you to have access to the buildings. Fair enough. But this one is a little bit strange because there's no icons by this hayloft, yet we own the land. I'm wondering if that's just for decoration. That's a little strange, but all right, we'll carry on anyway. So we're going to come around the back of the old farmhouse. Now, before was a greenhouse that we could have some mushrooms in. That's changed a little. We've now got a bale and pallet storage area, which is interesting indeed because you've got all these different areas with their loading in points and taking out points as well. And you, all right, fair enough. You go for whichever one you want. I thought it was actually an animal pen, but it's not. All right, no problem. Now we've got our shed over here. So that's going to be for your storage options. So we go in there like that. Plenty of storage on the go. And we've got a little bit of a out the back job. Oh, fair enough. We've got a workshop trigger here. That's all right. So that means you'll be able to pull your vehicle in, fix it all up, no problem. And we'll come around here. We're going to turn a right. We've got a diesel tank. So obviously you fill it up from this side. There we are. So that's going to hold 10,000 litres. Then we'll come around here and we've got an animal pen. So it's going to be your pigs for you. So that's going to hold 54 pigs. So obviously your feed and your straw go into there. And then your taking out point for your slurry is just there. We've got another animal pen up here. There we are. So that is going to be for your chickens. So you got your food goes into there. Where's the egg pallet spawn point then? Is it under here? Oh, is it in there? Oh, it's going to be around this side, isn't it? There we are. There it is. Then you got a bit of a garage on the... Well, I say a bit of a garage. You know, it's not much space on the go. Old Grandpa Walter's in there hiding out. But right, fair enough. A little bit of a shed on the go there. We'll come around here. A little bit of a decorative area. That's a better way of putting it. Now, down this ramp is going to be another little shed for you to store some stuff in. But we need to come up this road. I'm going to come out here. This little bit of land here, been cleared out, levelled, ready for you to put some stuff on. No problem. Pre-levelled. Oh, I like that. So we're going to carry on down this road a touch. Because this is going to take you down to your cow pasture. Yeah, down here like that. There we are. And we got our cows just in. So we got our animal dialogue box just there. That's going to hold 32 cows. Obviously, you chuck your feed and your straw. Well, no, not your straw. Your feed's going to be going into that bit because you don't put straw in a pasture. That being said, doesn't seem to be a water trigger either. Or is there a trough in here? Doesn't look like this one. I mean, you might get away with not putting water in. You've got this little stream here. That should keep them watered. Oh, indeed, that is that's looking good. Now, I like this. It's a little different, I must admit, but I do like it. So open up those gates. I'm going to come back up the road because there is something else that's new to this farm. I'll come over here like that. Down this bit, it's like an Aladdin's cave. So you got a bunker silo just here, tucked out the way. We then got a greenhouse here, which is all right. So you got your water just going in there. Pallet spawn point just there. Obviously, production chain in the middle. You still got your beehive, and I never found the old pallet spawn point for the honey on the original Hootan Banzai. I can't really seem to find it here either. So not a lot's changed on that one, but all right, no problem. And that's your start farm. And to be fair, that's all right. A little different. I would say a little bit more overgrown. Definitely feels like there's more trees here. But all right, fair enough. Now, obviously, we've seen the equipment as we've been having a little walk around. So what do we actually start with? So we've got the Agco 8510, the Ape 50, the Great Plains Solid Stand 1500, the Izeki HJ6130, the Izeki PRJ 8D, the John Deere 980, the Lizard Dragon, the Massey Ferguson MF 8570, the Massey Ferguson MF 8570 header, and the Massey Ferguson 8570 header trailer. Now, to be fair, I think that's pretty much the standard base game setup, but alright, fair enough. It is what it is. Now, obviously, it being a little bit different, you do have more areas to start with anyway, which is great, because normally you had like these 3 areas here, but you do own quite a fairly sizable piece of land, which to be getting on with, which is alright indeed. Now, I did mention earlier on that there is some couple of extra farms knocking around. So we've got one of these just here, and we've got some bit further in. So there's another one. So that's number 3 we're up to. We've got number 4 over there. We've got number 5 over here. Now you do need to buy the land or the adjacent field that's attached to it, and then you're golden. You're good to go. Now I will say, it said, you know, this is how it originally was. The train track's been moved to touch as well, which is alright. The city's still where it was. So I'm not sure how long this city's been here, but if it's a settlers map, there's it's some predefined city, definitely. Fair enough. But that being said, I mean, the Hutan time map was great anyway. So get on here with 7 of your mates and you're golden. You all got a farm each, so why not?